Welcome everybody to my video presentation on the U.S.-German alliance. I just see this in the news that Germany has come over, Olaf Scholz, and he's having a news conference in Washington with Biden, and he's trying to, get some support from Biden. Biden's promised to back him up against Russia concerning the alliance against the Ukraine. Meanwhile, Putin has made a trip to China to get support from China. So we see this going on. So what is this U.S.-German alliance all about? America and Germany, they really have been helping each other for a while, but this is more than just normal. Here we have the U.S. bringing troops into Germany and promising something more. And, I think this is the alliance which I see in the book of Revelation, chapter 17. I think that this is the woman riding the Scarlet Beast. I've done a video on the Scarlet Beast. I figured it was, I still think Germany is that beast. And the woman, I think, which is Babylon, I think is America. And here we have their union. And I'll just show you why here. And we see the beast will turn on the woman in Revelation 17. And, they were joined up together in the first part of Revelation. And then we see, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these will hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her with flesh, and burn her with fire, for God hath put into their hearts. And so for a while, the beast, that's fine, but when those 10 horns become in 1 hour with the beast, when they join up, when they get a sovereign Europe, then things change. I think in the Old Testament, the scarlet beast is pictured by the king of Assyria, or Edom. Edom means red, scarlet. We see in Isaiah 33:1, woe to you, O destroyer. This is the king of Assyria, while you are not destroyed. And he who is treacherous while others didn't deal treacherously with you. As soon as you finish destroying, you'll be destroyed. And as soon as you cease to deal treacherously, others will deal treacherously with you. So how are they going to deal treacherously? Germany is, they pretend to be friends with the U.S., NATO, because they get protection from Russia. But we know from the image that the stone hits it on the feet. So when it finishes destroying, it'll destroy the U.S. and Babylon. And when it finishes doing that, then Christ will return and destroy it. The woman in Revelation 18 is, or 17, and then 18 is called the daughter of Babylon. I think it's the U.S. You say, oh no, that's got to be Rome. But look at chapter 18. It says, and the merchants of the earth weep and mourn for her, since no one buys her cargo anymore. And these are the cargo of, all kinds of goods, cattle and chariots and slaves and all kinds of goods of every kind that you can imagine. And so this isn't, Vatican City, because they aren't that rich. This is a rich country. I think it's the U.S. So we have the U.S.-German alliance against Russia on the Ukrainian situation. So now this is something we should watch. I said this before. The woman rides the beast. So it's this woman riding the beast that actually, I believe, goes into against Israel. This is the beast. They make a covenant with the beast for a 7-year covenant, but in the middle of the week they break it, and that's why God will turn against these two. You think, well, that's not fair, Germany and America, they're good countries. unfortunately, they're going to get involved against Israel. And whether Israel deserves it or not, I don't know. But God will always take vengeance on his because of his people. So I was saying in another video, the Scarlet Beast, I think, is Germany, because this SPD party, it's the Socialist Party of Deutschland. And it just came in with Olaf Scholz December 8th. And, Germany is part of the G7, they are part of the EU. And so it could be the 7-head, 10-horn beast. And it's a scarlet beast. And Germany has been at it before, the Third Reich. And some believe when it gets with the 10, when the European Union becomes sovereign, then it's this 10-horn, 7-head, 10-horn beast. The Fourth Reich, some believe this is what Poland accused Germany of making the EU into a Fourth Reich. 1 hour with the beast, these 10 will become one kingdom. And this is the feat in Daniel's image. And this is what's happening right now in Europe. So here, this is the scarlet beast that we see the woman riding. And I really believe that's America, because Germany, they need protection from Russia. Russia distrusts Germany. I wonder why. Well, Napoleon attacked, Europe has been attacking Russia 3 times. Napoleon, and then the Kaiser, German Kaiser, in the First World War, and then the Third Reich here, Hitler. So they don't like Europe pushing through NATO into the Ukraine and other places there, and then putting American missiles in there. So what's Germany have to do? They have to run to America, the woman, Babylon, and for protection. And here's this union I see right in front of our eyes, and but it's going to be a bad one in the end. Germany is dependent on Russian oil and gas, and this is, they're also, this SPD party is really an East German party, if you look at it. And so they are they were a Marxist party, now they're called Social Democrats, but they have leanings toward the communists. And we just assume that Germany is all for America, but don't count on it. They are like the treacherous ones. And so they will get help from America here, but they'll form this alliance. But after they become this sovereign EU, then 1 hour with the beast, then they'll turn on America. And that's what God will do. He'll cause each one to destroy the other because of what they've done to Israel. So right now, Russia's putting pressure on. So Germany will flip-flop, I believe. In the end, they'll side with Russia. So what shall we do then as Christians? We see all this stuff, and it's easy to get all hyped up on things that are going on. Let's say the things that are going on right in Ottawa now. Should we be out there protesting, demanding our rights? Is that what Jesus wants us to do? Must be. That's what some people think. Some Christians are preaching that. And but our pastor was preaching on blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. And it's interesting what meekness is it's not really trying to get your own. It's the word for gentleness. And Jesus was meek. He says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly, and you'll find rest for your souls." So meekness is what God wants us of, the fruits of the Spirit. And in fact, meekness is one of those fruits. Paul says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faithfulness, meekness, temperance. Against such things there's no law. Now, there's no mandate, right? There's no mandate that says you cannot be meek. There's no mandate that says you can't love people. And so what are we trying to get? Are we not into the fleshly stuff, trying to get our own way here? So I think as Christians we can, I'm not saying, vax or not vax, but I think we need to not get in when they start trying to turn over governments and stuff. I'm not saying they're doing that, but I think, we should be following Christ's example. So that's just my opinion, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and keep watching. God bless.